morning, YouTube. Here with you on a Thursday morning. This is the GE radio in its simplest form, I guess is what you would say. I have the speaker leads just sort of hang in the breeze. What I'm going to do is, as I am likened to do, is move the on-off switch from the low side of the chassis to the high side. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is drill a hole, well, from the top right down through here. Let me get my pointy stick. Okay, right down, basically right here where I've got the pointer at, and then I'll cut this here, and I'll move the switch from its present location of here, and I think here, maybe it's here, probably this one. But anyway, I'll move that. I'll put a jumper across there and move those wires from, I'll put one here and one here, and that will be the new location of the on-off switch, and that will be the high side of the chassis. Want to do that in preparation for the parts that will be here today. Yes, they came a day early. They are out for delivery as we speak. So once those get here, I can go ahead and put those in here. Put both the negatives over here on the A terminal. One of the leads for the hot goes to the B. I think that's the 75, I believe. Actually the 82 on mine, but and then the 33 goes in the other one. So should be easy enough to do. I mean, you know, got one here, plenty of room for it. I think what I'm going to do is I've got plans for this, even above and beyond of what I've already shared with you. I think I'm going to try something a little different. I discussed it with Bob, and he agreed that might be a better place to put the antenna, and so that's going to come after. We're going to go ahead and do just exactly what I outlined I was going to do. First thing I'm going to do is get the caps in, have the switch moved, and try the radio out, make sure it still works fine, everything's good on it, and then I will start making my cuts. And I think these I mentioned these IF transformers, I might take those out. It's still a possibility, but you know, I'm not going to do it right away. And this loop stick's probably going to be removed because it's not necessary for what I want. And like I said, it's some of the things I'm thinking about, and that's what we're going to do. So let me get started and be right back. Alright, we're back once more. Let me get these wires out of the way a little bit. I'm going to replace these. I hate these. I think GE was probably the worst offender of these, or whatever. Wires, I hate those. They're just not very good. And I'm going to get rid of them because I hate them. You get the feeling I hate them? Alright, what we got here is, let me show you this first. These are the wires from the switch. They have been unsoldered from, let's see, I think here, no, here. Well, oh yeah, here and here. Yeah, that's what it is. These two spots right there. That's where they were at before. This is the new hole for them. Let me get you a closer look at this, if I can. They're very, it's hard to see, but there's a hole right there, and then there's a hole right there. And that's where the new switch wires, well, not the new switch wires, but the switch wires will be replaced too. And let me show you on the other side. I put the hole right there. You can see I've got the copper off of it so I can just solder to it. And there's the other side. And this has been removed, completely removed. There was a piece of foil there. I even took that out. So there's no connection between the two until I put that switch in there. So that's I didn't get a very good picture of that, did I? Anyway, there and there. So, like I say, that's what I'm doing there. I'm gonna go ahead and solder that and come back. Stay tuned. Alright, back with you once again. Have the two wires, switch wires, back in. This is one blue one, obviously, and that's the green one. Let's see what it looks like on top. So that's basically what it looks like, and I think I'll probably route that one around back, and maybe even that one. I don't know. It depends on the leads. Also, I have the jumper wire in. This will connect the wire between the original switch wire and the chassis ground or low side, whatever you want to call it, over here. And it still leaves me plenty of room for my capacitors in there. So that should work really nice, I think. And again, I think I'm gonna go ahead and look at this loop stick, and there is a spot there somewhere that this here wire connected to. I want to put that back on there temporarily so that I can test out the radio. It would work without it probably, but you know, it's better to have it on there. So let me check that out and we'll see what we can find out. Stay tuned.
Bernie Sanders speaks out against superdelegate system.
Alright, I don't know what you know about what I'm doing here, but as you can see, that is 98.3. That is the frequency of WHUM here in Seymour. And this playing is the host that is subbing for Rush Limbaugh. I'm not really sure why I'm picking that up there, but they gave the call sign as 98.1, so I don't know. But my music went away and this guy came on, and I don't know. Sometimes I think this is a low power station, the WHUM is, and I think sometimes they just have problems with the transmitter. But why this is coming in, I don't know. But it is. Maybe they decided to broadcast it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to turn it down. What I did, get you over here to the action shot. Let's see if I can see it. Here it is. You probably can see that little silver thing there. That's solder, and that's the lead wire for the loop stick. And I did trace it down, and that's where it comes in at. And so that has been soldered back as it should be. Now, this is not the greatest thing in the world. Obviously, these wires on here are very, very thin. It is solid enough to where it's making contact, and that's really all I need to do. So I think we're good to go there. Now, I do have I never mentioned this either, but I try not to waste anything when I have something that I'm making or doing or whatever. And this is one example of that. And what I'm going to do with this loop stick after I get it off is probably use this for my sniffer on the SDR. I'll be able to you know, take both of those wires and hook them to the antenna on the sniffer, on the SDR, and use that to sniff around the inner workings of the radios to find out where, like, the local oscillator is, things like that. But this should be the right band, obviously. It's the AM broadcast band loop stick. So that's my thought on that. I don't know for sure that I'm going to do that, but you know, that's just a thought I had. I thought, well, you know, if I'm not going to use this for anything else, I thought that might be a good idea. So I may make a better holder for it, but you know, that's what I'm doing. So, all right, I think that's going to do it until I get my parts. Everything has been ready to go for the initial test, except for except for these wires. I've got to get these wires fixed. I just don't like these basically transformer coil wires, whatever you want to call them. They're just not the kind of wires I like to use. What I'm going to do is probably cut them down here and trim them back, or not trim them back, but scrape them off to where they good surface, and then put some decent wires on them and put some heat shrink over them, so that you know, the wires going to the speaker will. I may not even do that right now, but eventually that's what I'm going to do. So, alright, that'll do it for now. So we'll bring you back when I have my parts.
That's all, folks.